A doctor debunks Rand Paul's claim that COVID infection will give you immunity. A research study from a virologist at La Jolla says that it will. Pfizer and Moderna say their vaccines are 95% effective. Ohio has decided that COVID can only infect you at night, and I'm still not willing to pay a dollar per round for 380 ACP ammo. Thank you for listening to the Independent Paradox. This kind of segment is what I like to refer to as a short take, where I'm just going to just briefly cover a topic and then move on. If you like what you hear, please like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and most importantly, please share. And feel free to comment. Discussion is good for democracy and always welcome here. So, of course, the media and Democrats have been all over Rand Paul for claiming that once you get COVID, you can't get it again, calling what he is saying a false, misleading, and irresponsible. He believes that the 11 million people that have already had COVID should be getting back to work, going out and celebrating, going to restaurants, and, I don't know, start living life again without masks. And of course, those in the media and government that want to keep control over everything we do are calling what he is saying untrue. They want you to still hide and be scared and wear masks and stay home. And while it may be that not everyone has long term immunity, with 55 million people infected worldwide, and with the highest count that I've seen in any reinfection rates being about 24 people, 24 people out of 55 million, that puts the reinfection rate at 0.00000. Well, it's a bunch of zeros and then a few other numbers, but that pretty much rounds up or down to zero. I guess if you go into the decimals deep enough, then his immunity claim would be false. A study out of the La Jolla Institute of Immunology that was recently published online has discovered that 8 months after infection, most people that have recovered still have enough immune cells to fend off the virus and prevent another illness. And some of those, there's a possibility if you did get sick with it again, that it would be very mild. And with the slow rate of decline of those cells, the immunity could last for a very, very long time. This shouldn't be a surprise. Many survivors of SARS still carry immunity 17 years later. Although this study hasn't been peer reviewed, it does line up with other similar studies, and the findings are supported by other immunologists throughout the country. And today, Pfizer announced an update to their vaccine study that moves it from being the previous last week of 90% effective to 95% effective. Probably has nothing to do with a couple of days ago, Moderna saying that their vaccine is 94.5% effective. Great job, Pfizer. Not sure where you pulled off that extra 5%, but you got ahead of Moderna. Now you've just got to figure out how you can store it somewhere other than Antarctica. Anyway, we have all of these states that are going back into lockdowns, with New York leading the way with canceling everything, especially schools. And they're canceling schools that have proven to have very few cases of transmissions. As a matter of fact, transmissions in New York schools are 0.19% of all that have been tested. And now parents have to figure out, the ones that are back to work, which is a lot of them, they've got to figure out, what they're going to do. And you also have Michigan that has canceled a lot of things. And they've canceled all sports, except, of course, for professional sports. Apparently, you can only get an infection if you attend something other than a professional football game. And one thing that they've left out of what's open or closed is churches, and you can just read into that whatever that you want to. But best of all, if you're in Ohio, apparently someone there has discovered that you can't get COVID during the day. So they've implemented a curfew from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. So it's great that COVID watches the clock. And lastly, in other What the COVID news, Vista Outdoors, which owns Federal, CCI, Spear, Blazer, Estate, American Eagle, Fusion, Independence, and most recently Remington Brands of Ammo, has said they have over $1 billion in backlogged orders of ammo, which equates to about a year's worth of orders. They said a surge in hunting is one of the main reasons. Yes, hunting. That's why 380 ammo is $1 per round. Just please do me a favor. Until I can find a 9mm that I can reasonably, comfortably pocket carry, because that's the way I like to carry my 380, please wait and try to rob me when I get home, because I can't afford to use any of my 380 ammo. Thank you for listening to the Independent Paradox. If you like what you've heard, please hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications.